question. The first one is, are there many different dialects in your language? And which one do you use to talk to your friends and family? Do you use the same dialect when talking to strangers too?
Oh, okay. Yes, there are many different dialects in Philippines. With over 120 languages spoken across the archipelago. Because I told you yesterday that we have so many languages, right? Uh, Auntie is belongs to another, not the Tagalog one. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm Bisaya.
Recently.
Like,
Yeah.
that's why we have 120 languages. Okay, the language used in conversations with friends and family often depends on the region and family background, but generally Filipinos will use our native dialect, um, well, within their community. When interacting with strangers, uh, within interacting with the strangers, Filipino may switch to Filipino standardized form of Tagalog to English. What I mean, like if you
Mhm.
meet like Masale, you cannot talk into Tagalog, right? You need to speak
Mhm.
in English. That's why we need to switch into English, especially areas where their native dialect is not widely used actually. Okay?
Yeah. I,
When widely understood, yeah.
I. So the second question is, when you are having a conversation with somebody, do you speak using only your language or do you also use English? Why is that? And do you find it more comfortable?
Actually, for this one, it's a short answer. I use both languages, either English and Filipino, because I find it more comfortable. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I understand that. But for third question is, do you tend to
Okay.
do code switching when you are dealing with people who have a higher status than you? Or do you tend to do that when you are with someone close to you, like your friends and family, or with your anak fruit?
Okay, I think my answer for that is same like the number two, right? Like I'm still
Mm-hmm.
using both languages, either the Filipino or English. Like it depends. You talk to different races, right? We need to switch lah. We cannot be like you have to use say Tagalog, but they tak faham, they don't understand it, right?
Yeah.
Better you use English so that everybody understand.
Okay,
Okay.
so for the fourth question is, have you ever heard about
Mm.
the word member? In English, it means a person who is in a club or organization. However, in
Okay.
Malaysian English, the word has a different meaning, which means friend. Do you have anything similar in your language?
Okay. Auntie, research. Okay, we have, but only one. Is it called like associate? Okay, associate.
Mhm.
We use that one associate. Not like you. What is that? Member is like apa tu? What you mentioned
Friend,
just now. Friend,
friend,
something like that.
member.
Our one is like associate, same like something around same meaning juga kan. But we use associate. Mm-mm.
Mm. Okay. For the next question, in your language, are there any words that you like to shorten when talking to somebody? For example, in
Mm.
Australian English, they shorten the phrase good day to good day. Is there anything like that in your language and why?
Okay. Yes. Filipino often shorten words for convince on ease of communication, particularly in informal settings. This practice, sometimes called code switching, we call it like code switching, involves using mix of English and shortening word or phrases. Example, yesterday I mentioned, right, like "komustana," "komustana."
Mm-hmm.
In English is "how are you," and we do the short to shorten "mustana," just M-U-S-T, no more K-U, just straight away to M-U, mustana. That's our to shorten the word. And also, salamat po. And to shorten, just only say salamat.
Mm.
Okay? Ya, terima kasih.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Tak
Next
mengantuk ni
one.
budak-budak ni. Okay.
Pinabudang. Okay. So for the next question is, do you have words in your language that has the exact or almost the same spelling as English words? For example, in Malay, we use the word hospital to refer to a hospital, which uses the same spelling as the English word. Same goes for the internet in our language. Do you have anything like that?
Okay. Yes, in Philippines we have this. In these words are frequently used in everyday conversations and a part of what's known as we call Taglish. Taglish, like Tagalog and English. A blend of
Mm-hmm.
a blend of Tagalog and English. Like for example, technical, but technical, right? But we use a
Mm-hmm.
letter K. And the other one,
Mm-hmm.
radio. And the one in English, the spelling is radio. But in Philippine, we call radio. 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 This one. Radio, radio. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next question is, do you think using short forms of words makes talking easier or more confusing? And have you ever misunderstood someone because they use a short form word you didn't know?
Okay. Filipinos love to abbreviate or cut words like macam short form like at the shorten lang
Mm-hmm.
we find more like we find ease and convenience in segmenting or cutting words are making them appear as a new form of expressions. The reason behind it, first, for efficiency, so that the communications will be at ease. Yeah, just
Next.
yes,
Okay.
we also experience it. Yeah.
Mm, okay. So this is
Okay.
the last question. This is the last question, which is I want to ask, how do Filipinos use their native language like Tagalog alongside English to make communication even more clear and effective in your daily conversation? For example, Malay often say things like, "Can you help me lah?" or "Don't what lah?" to express tone or emotion more naturally in conversation. Do you have anything like that?
Actually, not really. We don't have actually in Philippines.